I may have missed my window of opportunity to talk about the 50-fact extravaganza, but the Direct did give us a lot to think about. We're nearing the release of Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, but before the game launches, I want to get in some last-minute discussion based on what we now know about the game's exclusive features. To make sure I can get this video done and out to you before November 21st, I've put together a countdown instead of my usual discussion format, because countdowns make everything better! I also want to keep each entry short so that I can get this video done as soon as possible and go back to playing Smash 3DS to train to be at the peak of my game by the time the Wii U version comes out. So here are the 5 things I'm most excited about for the Wii U version and the 5 things that worry me the most. Because, you know, to demonstrate that even I know this game isn't going to be perfect no matter how close it gets. But don't let this bother you. I'm very excited to some degree about everything the Wii U version has to offer. But not everything has impressed me so far, and just because certain things do worry me, doesn't mean I think they're bad or that I don't like them. I want to like them, but given what we know so far, I can't help but worry about whether or not I'm actually going to enjoy those features in the long run. Nothing could stop me from loving this game more than I already do, and I haven't even played it yet. But not everything is shaping up to be as mind-meltingly amazing as I'd hoped. Most of it is, but not everything, and I want to address that too. Oh, and in case you didn't watch the extravaganza and want to keep the Wii U version's features a surprise, spoilers. There's no denying that Brawl had one of the most impressive soundtracks of any game from the last generation, even if it was comprised mostly of remixes of classic tunes. But this is a series all about Nintendo's history, and that includes their extensive resume of memorable tunes. The fact that this game sets out to outdo both Brawl and the 3DS version in sheer number of songs leaves me with chills. Each stage on the 3DS version only had 2 songs per stage, and that was disappointing. But the Wii U version? Restrictions? Ha! Don't make me laugh. My music is back and better than ever. With more than 300 songs to choose from and frequencies to set them at, you can set just the right mood for your fights according to your individual tastes and preferences. Plus, because the game is borrowing and remixing tunes from a wide scope of popular and beloved games, it revives my hope that certain songs I want to hear could have a chance to make it in. I was planning on making a 3rd music tracks list, and after this confirmation, I just might do it. Giving players the ability to create their own stages to fight on? Genius. The execution in Brawl? What was okay, I guess. Who am I kidding? It sucked. Way too restrictive, not enough space to work with, nowhere near enough options to play around with, and you couldn't even play them online, so what was the point? In the Wii U version, there is a point to the stage builder. If you've got an idea for a stage, draw it. Yes, draw it. Make it exactly the way you want it to be. Or at least much closer of an attempt than Brawl could give you. Now there is almost no limit to what you can make. You can build recreations of famous or iconic game locations, concoct something twisted and borderline broken straight from your insanity, or spam stages that look like male genitalia to your heart's content. You know, if you're into that. Okay, maybe that last part isn't something to be excited about. We don't know a whole lot about what other tools or options this mode will provide for players yet, but it's already a step up from Brawl, and that's reason enough to get me excited. Of course, what good is it to create and customize your own characters, stages, snapshots, and replays if there's no one to share it with? Sharing is caring in the Smash community, and in the Wii U version you can share a little slice of your genius with the world. Brawl had the option to share content too, but only with your friends, and you had a limit to how much you could share per day, and the Wii just wasn't able to pull it off right. With the Wii U, however, that's no longer the issue. I can't wait to see all the amazing things people can find and come up with. You know, aside from all the people who will just sit there and spam stages that look like a man's. Regardless of whether you're a familiar face to the tournament scene of competitive Smash, or the kind of player that likes to camp on Hyrule Temple with hammers and bombs set to high frequency, everyone likes to play Smash a certain way. And tournaments let you do just that, especially when they're online. Now you can connect and play with the community just the way you want to. Don't have a tournament scene in your area? Create one online. Want to compete with more than 3 of your friends? Set up a tournament and go wild. Tournaments have done wonders in preserving the longevity of Mario Kart 8, and now Smash gets the same treatment. Oh yeah, I'm going to be playing this game for a long time. Admit it, you all knew this was coming. Just in case my initial reaction wasn't exciting enough, though. Mewtwo! Mewtwo! He's back! He made it! Whoa! Mewtwo is coming back to Smash Brothers! Sakurai said yes! I was right! I was right! Even though I gave up hope before they announced him, but before that I was right! He's back! Mewtwo is in the game! But you know, even though I did get my most wanted character, Mewtwo himself is not actually the whole reason for this being my #1 pick. Aside from my bias and all that, Mewtwo actually opens the door for DLC. He's proof that it is possible for more characters to come in after release. Could we see more cut veterans like Wolf or Lucas? Could we see brand new characters like King K. Rool or Isaac? Who knows? There's so little restriction right now that the possibilities are endless. Now there's no reason to be upset if your most wanted didn't make the cut, because it's not over yet. They still have a chance. There's still time. Granted, we don't know for certain that there will be more characters after Mewtwo, but come on. Post-release, it can't possibly take 6 months to work on one character using all of their resources available. They have to be working on something in addition to him. But that's why this is my #1 pick. Yes, Mewtwo, my most wanted, got in, but also, aside from that, even after the game is out, we still have reason to speculate. There's still the chance that more characters could be coming. We get to enjoy the game and everything it has to offer, and still dream about what lies ahead in the coming year. The fun never ends. Unless they confirm Mewtwo is the only DLC character, in which case, sad face. But as excited as I am for the Wii U version and all that it has to offer in addition to these 5 picks, there are some things I'm a little worried about. 8-player Smash is awesome. It makes the giant stages worth it since you don't have to chase down opponents anymore. There will almost always be someone within range of you to fight. So it's not the fact that the Great Cave Offensive is a large stage that bothers me. It's this. Right here. See it? Let me run it through one more time. And again. Yeah, there it is. It's the danger zones. It's great that they're scattered all over the place so you don't have to keep knocking people into one little corner, but you know there will be people who camp in the corners here and just throw people into them over and over and over and over again. Even if it doesn't kill them right away, the danger zones will probably do enough damage to make it seem worth it to abuse them. They did get rid of chain grabbing though, so maybe it won't be that easy to keep throwing people into the danger zones. But as long as they're here and this opportunity still exists, it kinda rubs me the wrong way. I still really love the stage though, it looks awesome. This is kind of an impossible situation. What do you do with Classic Mode? If you keep it the way it has always been, it might start to get repetitive and boring, especially now when you have to go through it with 50 characters. But if you change it up too much to keep it fresh, then it isn't really Classic Mode anymore. There's nothing glaring or wrong about Smash Wii U's Classic Mode, but if you were just given this screenshot without any context, could you tell it was Classic Mode? I sure couldn't. I almost thought this was the game's board mode at first glance. Sure, the progression is still the same, and at the end of the day, that's probably all that matters. As long as it still feels like Classic Mode when you're playing through it, I don't have much room to complain. But still, I haven't played it myself yet, so I don't know how similar or different it feels. Just by looking at it, it doesn't look like Classic Mode to me. I worry it's starting to drift a little far from what Classic Mode traditionally is. Again, there's nothing wrong with this mode, I just don't think it's really fitting to call itself Classic Mode. I mean, it sure doesn't look like the Classic Mode I remember.
While you're battling, in order to keep your connection as strong as possible, we've disabled voice chat. However, you can talk and compare strategies before you begin or during the results screen.
I can understand this kind of limitation in Mario Kart, but come on, Smash Brothers? What's even the point of including voice chat if you only get about 30 seconds at most to say anything? I mean, people choose their character and stage pretty quickly, and they skip through the results screen as fast as they can to get to the next battle. You won't have time to really say anything. I mean, I guess this is better than not having voice chat at all, but I think I'm gonna stick to Skype, thank you. Also, the fact that Nintendo is still pushing the Wii's LAN adapter kinda has me worried that the netcode won't be much better than Brawl's. And that's a scary thought. I understand that there's only so much Nintendo can do themselves to make online function. It's really up to the players to have a good internet connection. But the fact that they're still pushing this thing makes me worry that they didn't do as much as they could have to minimize the lag. But hey, I mean, the 3DS version's online works. Most of the time. Maybe Smash Wii U's online will be better than Brawl's. Oh heck, Brawl's Online was rock bottom, so I don't think it's possible they could do any worse than that. I'm sure that no matter how it plays, it's gonna be better than Brawl's. So I guess that's something to look forward to. He may have been on my character list, but in reality, I really don't care about Ridley that much. I mainly just wanted to know his fate, and now we know it. He's a boss, okay. It's not really what Ridley actually is in the game that bothers me. He's a boss, you have to fight on Pyrosphere, you can recruit him to your side or betray him if you want to. That's cool. I feel like he's kind of taken a step up from a boss towards a playable character. I mean, he has the same death animation as playable characters, so that's something. But really, it's the fact that he's still not playable that bothers me. And the reason this bothers me is because the people who did want Ridley to be playable are never going to hear the end of it now. And then when Smash 5 comes around in 68 years... Ridley is all anyone's going to be talking about. Again. The cycle's going to repeat, and because Ridley isn't playable this time, we get to go through all the drama and all the debate and all the uncertainty and controversy all over again in 68 years. And that's not something to look forward to. At least for me. I don't know about you guys, but I really love Smash Run. Like, a lot. Like, I play it at least 10 times every single time I turn the game on. It's just that good. It's just so fun and addictive, and you never know how great or terrible you'll do until you actually start it up and try it again. Having a wide open map to explore, the excitement of building up your stats as much as you can, more and more, with every enemy wave you demolish or challenge you complete, it just never gets old for me. It's just so much fun. Smash Run isn't perfect. By no means is it perfect. I definitely have some complaints with it. But it definitely impressed me more than I thought it would. And this was only in the 3DS version. My expectations for the Wii U's exclusive mode were much, much higher. And let's just say that Smash Tour isn't exactly what I had in mind. Mario Party meets Smash Brothers, that has so much potential. But this, I just don't know how I feel about this. I mean, you have to play as a Mii for starters. You pick up characters at random, so there's no guarantee that you'll even get to use your favorite fighters, or ones that you're any good with. And the whole thing just seems so complicated. I mean, I've done as much research as I can on this mode, based on what we know so far, and I still don't really understand how it works. I mean, this mode does have potential, I'm not saying it's terrible, and maybe I'll understand more of it than I realize once I actually start playing the game. I mean, the whole using separate characters as stock and switching to another one when one dies, I love that. I mean, that has a very Pokemon feel to it. I almost wish that was a separate mode under Special Smash. But Smash Tour is just so different from what I was expecting, and it just seems so convoluted that I can't say with any degree of certainty that I think I'll enjoy this. Smash Tour has me pretty worried at this point, and I'm planning to proceed with caution with it. I'm sure I will enjoy it to some degree, and I'm not saying it's terrible or that it looks awful or you shouldn't play it. You should definitely try it out. I mean, we have been surprised by a lot of things so far, and this could just be another surprise. But at the moment, this just... I'm not sure how I feel about Smash Tour. That's why it's my number one. I just don't know how I feel about this. So, that concludes my list. What things in Smash Wii U have you excited or worried? Feel free to discuss that in the comments below. Smash Wii U is a little over a week away, and despite my tiny concerns here, I couldn't be more excited for it overall. But for now, I'm going back to playing Smash 3DS to train some more. Have to make sure I'm at my best come launch day. Later. But the Direct did give us a lot to think about. We're nearing the Mewtwo! Mewtwo! Oh god! Oh, this is gonna hurt so much. 8-player Smash is awesome. It makes the giant stages worse. God damn it, I can't talk today. Oh god, I need a glass of water.